Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Andrew and I'm the developer of Electron, and today I'm quickly going to give you an overview of the changes that we're making with Electron and just where we're at. The first thing I want to talk about is the name. Previously we had changed the name to Space One Electron. We were reverting back to Electron and we're never going to change it again. We're going to save Space One for a future game. The next thing I want to talk about is previously we mentioned that we were doing an update, and in that update we were going to rebuild the game from scratch. We tried to do that. After 3 months in, we discovered that it was going to take about 2 years to get to where we are right now with Electron, so we've stopped. Instead, we're now overhauling everything in Electron. We're starting to rebuild every system so that it's just beautiful, perfect, flawless. There's going to be bugs. There's always going to be bugs. But the way we're approaching it now, there should be a lot less bugs than you could possibly imagine, comparatively speaking. The next thing I want to talk about is the settings menus and all the menus. The menus have been completely overhauled. If you have a gameplay suggestion or an audio slider that you want added in, some noise that's too loud, feel free to let me know in the Discord, and I'd be more than happy to try to incorporate those into the game. Just remember that if it's something that I can't bring into the game, don't be offended, right? One other thing I wanted to mention too is that I'm the only developer on the game. I'm the only person making the game. I'm the only person programming the game, making the graphics, making the sound. I'm managing the community. I'm the only person. So if there's a problem, just try and understand that I have a full-time job and a family, and I do this game in my spare time. So I'm doing as best as I can, but you got to be patient and don't get upset. All right, key bindings. There's various different contexts depending on what we're dealing with. All right, if you're in space, there's key bindings for space. There's key bindings for land. There's key bindings for every different context, and just be aware of those key bindings. All right. The other thing is, let's just quickly look at the. All right, we have tutorials available, and that's what they look like. We've removed the help menu. Previously, the help menu was right about here, and we no longer have that. Instead, now we're using a tutorial system. The new game menu, I won't talk about that today. I'll talk about that in a future update. Let's hop right into the game and have a look. I want to quickly show you a couple small things, and then we will wrap it up. So one of the big things that we're working on, of course, is our mining system. And to demonstrate that, we're going to use drones, because we use drones to actually build the new mining system. It allowed us to test that mining system out. So right now you'll see that I have a medium installed, and in one of my drone slots. This is a drone here, and I can launch all these drones, and they'll move into a formation, and later on I'll give you the ability to change the various different formations. I'm not going to get too heavy into what the drones can do, but they do mine. And there are various different skills. There will be more skills for the player. The player can actually mine things like the water and ice and asteroids and also comets as they fly by, things like gas clouds, right? All of these different features that they can mine. The other thing is that the player can also go ahead and in the build menu, come near an asteroid, place down a cargo station, which is something that will allow the player to add drones to, and it has its own internal reactor, and then the drones will fill up that cargo station from a nearby asteroid, which is a really cool little feature. All right, one other thing that I wanted to talk about is this mode. This is just a debug button. It's not actually going to be in the game, but this is the mode where you can actually walk around and you notice that your ship stays in the direction that you're aimed at. We'll fix that later. Probably not a good idea. Maybe we'll leave a setting for that. But and also the drones are still visible. That's not something we want in the future. We'll remove that. But little bugs, little things we still have to work on. But you can see these engines here. This is the ship. This is our ship. And right here is a crafting table. Now, in the future, the crafting table will come default in your ship. And you'll have these modules. Right now, it's a cargo module, but you'll actually be able to choose from various different modules available in your ship and go ahead and install those modules into locations that are available on the ship. And so this is just another thing where you'll be able to do various different upgrades. Once you build certain materials, then you'll be able to take those materials and build stations, and then from stations you'll be able to develop your colony, and so on and so forth. And so that's basically the gist of what I wanted to talk about today. We are working on a lot. We've overhauled a lot, and we hope you're excited. We do apologize for how long it's taken us to get here, but yeah, stay tuned and stay hopeful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk again soon.